Go ahead, Chase.
Scott, obviously they were able to take the lead pretty late there. What do you think allowed them to get back in and take control?
Well, one, they're a good team. They're a good team. They got a lot of good players, and Trey's an all-star, and he's puts them in a position. We made some mistakes that helped them get those points late in the fourth quarter. But those are things that you gotta do a little bit better job. And for the most part, I mean, this came down to a one possession game basically. But the biggest play of the day was we're up two. From my angle, we had a good look, and the verticality is always in question if you don't go up with two hands. Like 30 something seconds to go. But I mean, that could have gone either way as well. So, but like I said, it was both teams played hard. You know, that's the only thing I can say. It's disappointing that we didn't come away with a win or two on this trip in Atlanta, but we got to bounce back and come back Friday night against the Cavs.
And what went into just the rotation there at the end? Why did you decide to go with some of those guys? I think Ish and Alex Len played a good deal in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, just fatigue was a factor. Certain players. That's why you have a team. Everybody has a chance to step up. If it goes well, it's great moves. If it doesn't go well, it's not. But fatigue is a factor, and how you play is also a factor. Just because you don't get just minutes just because you're who you are. You gotta earn them, and that's why we have a good team. That's why we bounced up during this tough time, because we've been through some adversity, and everybody gets an opportunity. You can go down the line. Everybody's had opportunities to win a game or two during this stretch.
Matt.
Scott, just following up on that, in terms of Gafford was that a fatigue thing where his legs okay? Like,
I made a decision. You know, he played a long stretch. I felt he needed a break, and then I stayed with Alex. I thought we needed his length, but you know, hindsight probably could have made a change. But that's like I said. That's why you have a team. Everybody has the chance to step up. We got three pretty good centers. Raul didn't play much tonight, so I mean, you can argue for him too.
thanks.
Neil.
Scott, last week you said that you wanted to get Gafford more minutes. In the 5 games since then, he's not played more than 17 minutes. Would you consider starting him to get more minutes? Do you think he's earned those minutes? How are you gonna get him more minutes?
We have three good centers, Neil. I understand your question. We have three good centers, and they all need to play, and they've all done well. We've gone this far with them, and you know, some nights he's going to get more, and some nights he's not going to get more. He's played well. He's a good player.
Fred.
Hey Scott, what have you seen from Hutchison in these couple of games with Brad out, and he's gotten more minutes?
Yeah, he's getting a little more comfortable. He just needs to. Sometimes he keeps it in a higher gear than he needs to be. But I like that. I like guys that play high gear than a low gear that you always got to rev him up. He's a young developing player. He hasn't played much this year. Now, these are important minutes. These are minutes that we're fighting for. You know, we're getting into the playoffs or the play-in game. I think he's played well. He's earned some minutes and earned some opportunities. He's still got a lot of things to improve on, and he will. I thought he attacked a little bit better. He just has to learn how to be able to fight through a little bit of the contact, because he's not going to get those calls. You got to fight through it, and you got to give yourself a chance to make some of those scoring plays around the basket. And those are things that he's going to get stronger with.
Ava.
I obviously know if you had the answer, things would turn out differently, but what do you feel like isn't clicking in fourth quarters? Are you seeing different things that are happening every time, or are there kind of patterns that you're, I guess, able to identify late?
Well, I think the defensively, tonight was a problem in the fourth. Last game, it was the third quarter. We were scoring a bunch of points. I think we scored 45 in the fourth last game. We're adjusting on the fly also. Brad has missed 2 games. Those are always things that every team is going to have to adjust, including myself. Those are things that we have to figure out and do better. We need to play a better 4 quarters. We seem to have a couple of stretches in a couple of quarters. Whether I can do a better job of rotations, but those are things that I will critique myself, and my staff will go back and try to figure out ways to get more consistent minutes on both ends of the floor. Every night you have a little bit more offensive players or a little bit better defensive players, and you try to get a combination of both and try to put yourself in a position that you're going to have good 4 quarters.
And then you mentioned that Brad was going to get some pregame work done. I don't know if you were able to talk to him or watch him doing that, but how did he seem if you were?
No, I mean, I wanted to go out there and watch. I got caught up in doing some other things before the game, but I don't know. I haven't asked, but just what I'm hearing, everything's trending in the right direction. We're going to reevaluate Friday and see how he feels and just continue to go from there. Like I said earlier, we're no rush. He wants to come back. We would love to have him back. He's doing everything in his power to do it, and treatments throughout the day, and he's doing what he needs to do, and just the body heals day by day, and whenever he's ready, obviously I'm going to bring him back into the starting lineup.
Thank you.
All right.
Zach.
Hey, Coach. Was fatigue a factor in Rui not playing down the stretch today as well? I mean, what did you see from him tonight?
No, I didn't think he played well down the stretch. I thought he had a couple of important opportunities to get a stop, and he didn't play well. And DB gave us an opportunity to make some threes, and that's the thing. We got a pretty good team, and that's why we're a team. No one's going to get all the minutes, and nobody's going to get all the shots, and no one's always going to be, happy. Everybody's competitive. Everybody wants to play, and it wasn't his night to finish the game. I'm anticipating that he comes back better next game, and he will. Really, very rarely, Rui has 2 games that he's not at his best.
Thank you.
Last question to Chase.
Scott, as you guys do get close to potentially clinching a spot in the play-in tournament, generally kind of when a team gets close to something like that, what needs to be the mindset and the approach to kind of see it through across the finish line?
Well, we gotta close out games. It's no question. We played a lot of games, Sometimes, even myself included, we look at all of our athletes and on our team and throughout the league that this is easy. Why aren't they playing? Why aren't they running harder? Why are they look fatigued? It's been a long season and a tough season, and we try to keep everything spread out so everybody can stay fresh and healthy as best they can during a very challenging season for the whole league, not just our team. Thought we've done a pretty good job with that, but we got to do a better job of closing out quarters, and we got to figure it out until next couple of days to figure that out.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Raise your hand. Go ahead, Ava.
Hey, Davis. Just wondering if you guys are able to kind of identify a pattern here late in the fourth quarter. I think your past 5 losses, even though they've been pretty spread out, have been really, really close.
Well, I think in the last couple of months we had not just losses, we had wins and losses were close. So I don't think if there's any pattern there besides just us having close games.
What I guess works in those wins compared to the losses that Scott mentioned? Defense in the fourth quarter that was off tonight. Is it like third quarter stretches that you're seeing are kind of the issues?
I think it's just like the short stretches. Then they make a run. Like we were up whatever, the 13-12, they make a 6-0, 8-0 run, they're back in the game. That's the time when we kind of had to push through and extend the lead instead of letting them back in the game.
Chase.
Davis, obviously not too many games left in the regular season, but you've started to shoot the ball pretty well from 3 of these last 2. Does it feel like you're starting to kind of regain a rhythm and heat up a little bit?
No, it's game to game. There's different types of defenses thrown at us. Some teams play regular defense, not really caring about who's the shooter or not. They have their game plan, how they do it, their system, and some of those games it's easier to get looks. And then there's some teams that, as example, it was San Antonio. They just have somebody stare in my eyes the whole time, and that's a completely different game. And then most I can do is just set screens and get guys open and hope they make a mistake at some point. So, it's just it's not easy to keep the rhythm in some of those games. So, yeah, all I got to do is compete on the defensive end, and then on offense, if I get those looks, if the defense is giving me those opportunities, use them.
And then how would you describe the look that you had with about 9 seconds there to go? What was the play, and was it a clean look?
That was basically the play. I came off. Once I let it go, I felt like it was going in. It hit the rim twice, and it was right there. Once I let it go, the feeling was that it's going in.
Neil.
Hey, Davis. I'm sure you guys, thought, okay, you guys have a chance for the 8 seed in the play-in tournament, but then you guys have these 2 close losses to Atlanta. What's the mood right now in the locker room?
We're pissed off, as we should be. We want to win games. These 2 were important for us to, get closer to that 8 spot and, having a better chance at the playoffs. And, that's just natural as it is. It's a good way to react to losses, and it's going to help us for the next games.
Jay Rochelle.
Hey, Davis, how do you guys move forward and prepare for Cleveland on Friday?
Well, honestly, I haven't had a chance to today's Wednesday. Haven't had a chance to think about Friday yet. We got to fly home, and then tomorrow we got a day we can start prepping for the next game.
All right, Davis. I think that's it.
Right.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Hey, Russ, from your vantage point, what do you think allowed the Hawks to get back in there and take the lead so late and come away with this one?
I don't know. I'll watch it and see, but you just got to be tougher. That's it.
And, when you're on a team that is as close as you guys are to clinching something, like in this case, the play-in tournament, what does the mindset need to be to kind of see it through and get across that finish line?
You just got to compete. That's about it. The rest will take care of itself. You just got to make sure we're competing.
Fred.
Russ, what have you seen from Gafford that's allowed him to have so much more success with you guys?
Just playing hard, been in the right spot whenever he's in the right spot. It's good for us on both sides.
Jay Rochelle.
Hey, Russ, where do you think you guys went wrong tonight? I mean, you guys had the lead in the 4th, and you lost it and came up short. But where do you guys think you guys went wrong tonight?
Like I just said, I'll look at the film and see.
Anyone else? All right, thanks, Russ. All right, that's it for tonight, guys. See you back on Friday.